Hello and welcome to Final Fantasy XIV, where we, before we leave the moon for now, do a bit of side questing. And we start here with Knockingway, whatever is his problem. Knockingway would like you to call upon a friend. Hail, person! Yes, you! Do you have a moment? You see, ever since we awoke for inspection, a friend of mine has been acting a little funny. Funnier than usual, even. I can hear him sighing from all the way over here. I would go and call on him, as I do, but he always insists that nothing's wrong. I think he'd be unable to help himself from opening up to you, though. He has always been ever so fond of people. Would you mind lending him an ear or two? Of course. Many thanks to you. My friend's name is Dreamingway, and you should be somewhere nearby. Just follow the lamentations of Snuffling. Okay, Dreamingway. Stay focused, Dreamingway. Sure, you're no working way, but oh my. Hello. You're not a loporrit? No. Am I dreaming? Is the day finally here? Am I truly talking to a visitor from a Ferris? Whatever can I help you with, kind madam? I think I should be asking you that very same question. How did you know? In any case, I wouldn't bother an honored guest with my silly troubles. I want to help. If you insist, perhaps I could share a nibble of what's on my mind. But first, may I ask your name? Desiree. Desiree? A truly spectacular name. I'm sure it speaks to your character in one way or another. If only I could say the same for mine. Perhaps it was a mistake to choose Dream from a tome of words. For try as I might, I have no such thing. And seeing everyone else live up to their names since our awakening has only made me more aware of it. The people of Eferis, on the other paw, seem to dream a great deal. Have you any advice for me? Focus on what you love to do. But that's the problem. I have the foggiest idea what it would be. Though my fellow loporrits might. I've known them since, well, since we were created, so perhaps they see something in me that I cannot. With their help, you must be able to find an objectively appropriate dream for me to pursue. You know best what would be of certain use to mankind, after all. I'm all ears, so you need only tell me once you've come up with something. Anything at all. Okay, speak with Dreamingway's acquaintances. A cheerful loporrit. Huh? He's no sluggard, I can tell you that. Always happy to lend a paw when there's work to be done. Compared to some of the others, well, let's just say he's a great help. You're a quest giver? We talk to you later. You want to know about Dreamingway? I can't say I know him terribly well. He's always rushing off on a new task just as soon as he finishes the old one. I've always thought him a good sort, though. Dreamingway? He can do anything he sets his mind to. He doesn't complain about getting his paws dirty either. That said, I'm not sure I can think of anything he's particularly gifted at. So probably just a bit too gifted in all kinds of skill sets, so he's never found anything that he excels at? Did they have aught of interest to share? Please, say they did. That's more or less what I expected, I suppose. Nice enough, but in no way gifted. I mean, that was not what they said. They said you are very inspirational and stuff like that, right? But he's a good worker. He is skilled in almost everything rather than skilled at nothing. So it's just there is no singular skill that seems to be far above everything else. Perhaps I was never meant to dream. It's never too late to dream. You really think so? Goodness, people are truly as kind as they say. In that case, I promise not to give up until we found my dream, even if it's the last thing I do. That got grim. Let's exhaust our other options before we go to anything potentially lethal, shall we? My warmest and fuzziest thanks for your continued help this way. I was thinking if the other loporrits can't tell you what I might be best at, perhaps you could follow me around and see for yourself. My primary work includes gathering materials, equipment maintenance, and most importantly, carrot production, all indispensable to our day-to-day operations, as I'm sure you agree. As for what to show you, perhaps a spot of foraging? Everyone likes a good forage. We need to go and see Dreamingway in Great Enswell first. There, the loporrit who allocated this sort of work. I'd hate to step on any toes. Dreamingway always has some kind of vegetable, mineral, or ooze of indeterminate origin in need of gathering. I see you have a rather special companion today, Dreamingway. What's the occasion? Nothing of import. She's simply here to observe me as I go about my day. Speaking of which, are there any tasks in need of doing? As a matter of fact, there are. Dreamingway is in need of more crystals. Could you perchance mine some? But of course, I suppose he wants the usual assortment? Right then. It's off to Valles Vulneris. I'll go on ahead and look for a suitable deposit of crystals. Okay. Then off to Argos to fly over here and then walk there. So, Valles Vulneris. Aha, you found me! Truth be told, while I was waiting, I felt an itch to get started, and before I knew it, I'd gathered all the minerals Dreamingway will need. I have a feeling he could use some sand as well, though. So why not collect it while we're here? I'm sure one bit of grey sand looks like much of a rest to you, but trust me, the grey sand here is the best. It's simple enough work, so would you care to join me? Splendid. I'll let you have a deposit right outside the grot. Those are always so delightfully gritty. Return here when you have filled a bag or two. How was the scent? Coarse scent obtained from the lunar surface. Lovely as ever. Buildingway will be delighted. We should make our delivery to Thinkingway as soon as possible. Last one wears a moldy carrot. Teleportation! Reporting is an important part of my duties. You should try it. Ah, that was efficient. Did you manage to procure what I asked for? And more, I thought that Buildingway might want some of that also sandy Vallis Vulnerable sand, so I went ahead and gave it back too. Now that you mentioned, he did ask me to procure some grey sand. Heavens, it would have been embarrassing if I turned up without a grain. Do you remember what he needed it for? I vaguely recall mention of a pit full of stuff. Apparently the children of the fairies enjoy such things. I'm more curious about how you were aware of his request. Buildingway said he hadn't told anyone but me about his latest project. Well, I must have overheard you too when I was out collecting crystals last time. Given how far the grot is from here, that seems incredibly unlikely. But never mind that. You brought the sand, and for that I'm most grateful. See what I mean? That's some good sand. Now, while I enjoy this tiny glimpse of my day-to-day life, did you find any dream I might be capable of aspiring to? Not really? Oh, don't worry if you haven't. We've only just begun after all. I really must learn to be patient. Surely the right inspiration is out there, just waiting to strike. Apparently he's a good listener, at least. Thank you for gathering that sand for Buildingway. One way or another. Let's waste no time in continuing our work, shall we, Desiree? Thinkingway, have you any other jobs for me? I suppose there's a caretaker that wants for repairing. If I recall correctly, the particular parts you need will be over at Heimdall's last site. I'll get right to it. It looks like we are on maintenance duty. Join me at Heimdall's last site as quickly as you can. Where is Heimdall's last site? Over there. Actually out here, and there is a bridge to get there when you can't fly yet. Yeah, there are the mushrooms we helped Uriange with. And there is the bridge. And back there is an elegant satellite that crash landed here. There you are. I was beginning to worry you'd abandoned our quest. Now, to the Heimdall. Follow me. According to our records, this vessel landed on the moon about 5,000 years ago. It has been a wonderful source of spare parts, and also of horrible mechanical monsters, but never mind you that. I've been here countless times by now, so you can leave the salvaging to me. Simply relax and enjoy the view. Okay, then we wait. Oh boy, my carrots! This colorful expletive is followed by a telltale screech of a loporrit in distress. Perhaps you ought to check on Dreamingway. But he said it's fine. I should wait here. Or she, or I don't know. They? I think the only loporrit we have a gender of is Livingway. Livingway was always addressed as a she. Thank heavens you were here. I tried to run, but I tripped. That grey sand is not nearly as pleasant when it's in my mouth, let me tell you. And here I was hoping to show you what a competent and capable worker I could be on my own. I did manage to get the parts we need though, so all's well that ends well. Meet me at the cafetorium and we'll see if we can't fix that caretaker. The hunt train is going on. As you can see, this is the caretaker that needs our attentions. The poor thing is not even able to move right now, but it will be good as new once I'm done with it. Shift this over there, stick that thingamabob in the what's it, and... Restored to pristine condition in no time at all. Most loporrits know enough to make simple repairs, though. It really is nothing special. I cannot even imagine how one would go about building such a machine from scratch. No, something tells me my dream lies elsewhere. I suppose that's more than we had to go on before, though. Not to mention that there's still one job of mine that I haven't shown you yet. Would you care to see how we grow carrots? Well then, let's hop to it. And why did you move over here now? Dreamingway has one last demonstration for you. Well, Desiree, are you excited to learn about the wonderful world of carrot cultivation? Not that there's a lot to it, truth be told. We simply place the seeds in a machine, water them, and then reap the sweet rewards. It's so easy that, well, anyone could do it. Well, as far as I know, you are an anyone. Why not try it out yourself? Oh, completing mini tasks is so much more fun with friends. Pray take these seats and follow me. I do believe there's an open creation station nearby. Leave me in peace, supporter. Ow! Aua! You really need to fix your robots. Not to attack humans. That would be very nice. Or any other guests, really. Go on, place the seeds in here. Carrot seeds. That carefree tossing motion of yours seems to have scattered the seeds nicely. Now, of course, they need water. Water crystals, to be precise, and this isn't the only machine in need of replenishment. Why don't you pay a visit to the sparkling supply station over in the northeast corner, and then bring a crate of crystals to the creation station nearby? Okay. Leave me in peace. Take a bucket of crystals to the carrot creation station to the southwest before your arms give out. You will have 90 seconds to complete the task. Classical carry quest. Load those crystals into the machine to start the growing process, preferably before you drop them all over the floor. That should be enough to make our carrots grow nice and big. The machine converts them into water bit by bit, so you never need to worry that when seedlings are too wet or too dry. Oh, don't you just love that sound? Not really. What? Did you not hear that tone just now? It's telling us there are carrots ready for harvesting. We're not in this station, but I'm certain I've heard the joyous sound of 2 ripened carrots. You may as well see it through to the end. Pulling them is the best part. So, where's the way up with you? Please don't hurt me. So, but he has good ears. Carrot of happiness. And another carrot of happiness. Into the entrance. Do I smell carrots? That was rhetorical. It definitely smells like carrots in here. And I have two. Mouth-watering. That's really all there is to it, and to my taste, to put it plainly. I apologize for not being more interesting to follow around. So, have you any ideas for my dream that would suit a loporrit like me? What do you do when you're not working? What do I do? It seems it just wasn't meant to be. I should never have taken such an extraordinary name, being so very ordinary myself. If only I had some sort of skill to set me apart from the others. Aside from hearing things no one else does, I suppose? Do you like listening to music? I've read of this music of yours, though I'm afraid I don't understand why you all enjoy it so much, or why you must write it down in such cryptic ways. What are you two up to? Desiree was just suggesting that I put the dream in Dreamingway through the pursuit of music. Music? I can't say I'm familiar. Yes, we loporrits can do something similar. A whole long nose face thing. Look, let's just give it a try and see how it sounds. Come on, Knockingway. 1, 2, 3. Goodness, that's terribly fun. I must confess, humming in tandem has a certain charm that snorting or shrieking does not. I'd be interested in more such music, I dare say. Then that will be my dream, bringing joy to others through music. Who knows, perhaps I can inspire others to pursue their own dreams too. Whatever's noises, what's this all about? Why, the gift of music, of course. Like this. I think that might be enough music for one day. I don't know how I ever thank you, Desiree. You've changed my life. Finally, I can hold my head high, knowing that my heart will guide my way forward. Dreamingway has a dream. Just now he wanted to take a break, right? And here he is again. That must be real fun. I cannot thank you enough for helping my dear friend. I hadn't realized he was so upset over not having a dream, of all things. You helped him as only a person of affairs could. I still have my other tasks to attend to, of course, but I promise to practice every day. Eventually I want to go beyond my just humming and compose original music. But next we meet, I hope you once again lend me an ear. Maybe even two. But before I end the episode, I want to do the other plus quest. From the Brusque Loporrit. I hear you have a penchant for excitement and adventure, is that correct? Yep. Then I assume in your travels you have doubtless heard tales of the Allagans? Yes, and nearly everything wrong with the world seems to be their fault. I thought as much. I asked because I have plans to survey an Allagan relic not far from here. The weapons guarding it, however, make it too dangerous for me to go alone. I trust you see where this is going. Are you interested in a little adventure? Of course. Much obliged. Now, let's be off. No time to waste. And so we return to Sinus Tormenti. So it torments your sinuses? Does that mean it stinks there, or... The crash site is just ahead. If you find anything that may prove useful, I'd be grateful if you could retrieve it for me. All right then, after you. Now, what do we find? Leave me in peace, you Allagan relic. So what do we have here? A fascinating remnant. This bit of Allagan technology is certainly fascinating. A shame it's too bulky to carry back. What else? A fascinating remnant? It attacks us? Done. Where's the systems cube? This apparatus is offline but appears to be transportable. You place it in your ambiguously sized bag. Yes, ambiguously the size is right. We have no idea how big it actually is. And our friend is under attack. Oh, a moment longer and that drone would have alerted more. Now, did you find anything of interest? Ah, let me have a look. No, you're right. It must wait until we get back. Safe at last. Now, show me what you found. This is an elegant decryption unit. With it, we could read elegant tombstones about history, science, poetry, if we had any, which we do not. An adventure for another day, I suppose. Nevertheless, I'm deeply excited by the prospect. As I'm sure you can tell, you have my heartfelt gratitude. Freebird Mare Lamontorum. Now we can fly here. Okay, and with that I end this episode. Next time, actually, I think we continue the main story quest and return to Garlemald. Until then, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.